think is a Dolphins player who is flying under the radar and nobody is really talking about too much, who may have a breakout season or may surprise us in 2024?
Let me think about that. I'll give you one on each side of the ball, and I'm actually going to
Love
do a
that.
little different here. I'm going to do a young guy and an old guy.
Okay.
For the young guy, I'm going to highlight Malik Washington, their 6th-round pick. He's had a really good camp so far, and right now, we have not seen Odell Beckham on the field. And so ideally, at some point, he's back out there and ready for the season. But the reality is Odell has had some injuries in the past. And so I think there has to be, who is that next guy that can fill that third receiver role that I talked about? We've had a slew of them who were on the roster who were there last year, and Braxton Berrios or Eric Ezukama, and those guys, River Craycraft, and those guys are still there. But Malik Washington has a little bit more juice than maybe those guys. And so whether it's at a returner spot where I think he's going to get some reps, or whether it's, hey, he's your 4th receiver and maybe he can play more reps when a guy gets hurt, I think that Malik Washington's a guy who I think people are going to know his name pretty early in the season. On the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to go with Jordan Poyer because I think a lot of people in Buffalo maybe have put out the narrative that he's washed because he's 33 years old and he had to take essentially a minimum deal to play in Miami. But I'll tell you what, I've been watching him pretty closely my days in training camp. He looks like he has a fountain of youth. He's moving very well. He's making plays on the ball. He had an interception today at practice. He's had some pass breakups. And his chemistry with Javon Holland has already started to really look very smooth. I watched them in pre-practice. They do drills together with their position coaches where they're going through coverages and communicating and all the things you need to do to kind of gel as a duo safety in this league. And I've covered Jordan Poyer for years and years. And although maybe he's declining a little bit in his range, he's always going to bring the physicality and he's always going to bring the communication and the leadership. And I think that's something this Dolphins defense needs. You lose Christian Wilkins, you lose Landon Roberts the year before, you losing a lot of vocal leaders on this team. And I think Jordan Poyer is definitely going to bring a lot of that within. And I think he can also help Javon Holland with some of the knowledge he just has throughout playing this game for a decade plus. So I think you're going to see a lot of Jordan Poyer good plays showing up for this team.